Hello friends, welcome to our channel Solution with Fun Manual Underscore 2K1. In today's session, here we are going to discuss with you on the topic that is the entity relationship model. And in today's session, following key points are going to be covered in the upcoming models. In the upcoming slides, that is the first one is the award, basically the entity relationship model is, and what are its key components and how they are interrelated to each other. So let's start our topic without wasting our time. First of all, we will tell you what basically the ER model is. ER model is a logical view of the system. It is basically the logical view of the system, how databases, how data entities are connected with each other, and it consists of the three key components. First one is the entity, what basically the entity is, and what is its type, and what is the entity set. Means what basically what are the basic definitions of the three keywords, and what is the logical view of the system. It is basically making the system to understand the physical world from the in the logical form from the data perspective. As basically the system does not understand the physical, it only basically understands the logical view. So basically it is it is basically the model which is used to model the logical view of the, it is the modeling of the logical view of the system, that how basically how logically system will work. So first of all, we will tell you what basically the entity. Entity is an object either with the physical existence, such as this person, such as this house, and it might be car or any other object like dog, cat, anyone which is present inside the physical world might is an entity, and it might be with the conceptual existence also, such as a job which can't be felt physically, but its effect is there. So it is having the conceptual existence, such as a company of various persons who is working on a single task, such as creating a product like cloth, suppose Armani brand, or many other companies. So it might be having anything which is having the conceptual existence also comes under the category of the entity. And next key element that is most important to define the entity relationship model, and the most important part, that is the entity type. What is the type of the entity? Means is when the category of the particular entity, the property by which we categorize the entities according to type. According to its type means, suppose class is having suppose a class is a group which is having two entities. First one is the student and second one is the teacher. First one is the student and second one is the teacher. So these are also the entities. First one entity is the student and second one is the teacher. So these are the two entity types in a class group. First one is the student and second one is the teacher. So these are also more types of entities. Suppose here three entities are given, E1, E2, E3, and these all three are students. So what is their entity type? These are all the physical entities. They are the students, and they are what is their type? Their type is currently student. What is their type? Their type is student. So they all come under a single entity category, that is the student. What is their entity type? Their entity type is student. And when they are grouped together, then the set of all these students is called an entity. What it is called? It is known as entity set. Set of all the students is known as entity set. In ER diagram, entity type is and what basically the type of set of all the students is called, and is because they are when we group all the single type of entities in a group, then it becomes an entity set. Similarly, in now how we represent these all the entity types and entity set in a diagram. Let's see that further. In the AR diagram, they are represented as, suppose here we are having the entity type, that is the student, and we are having three entities, E1, E2, E3. These all three are students. E1 is also a student, E2 is also a student, E3 is also a student. These all three are having the same entity, that is the student. and group of all these three are comes under the group of all these three is known as entity set. What it is known as entity set. So friends, it's very clear to first one we are having the type we are having the one entity, that is the student, and it is the entity. And now we now here comes the entity type. Even suppose here we are having the so friends, here we are having the first one entity, that is the type student, and here we are having the three entities E1, E2, E3, and their type is student. Their type is student, and the group of all these three entities that is student comes out to be known as entity sets. So friends, this was all about all about today's session. I hope you must have enjoyed learning, and thank you friends for watching. If you liked it, please like it and share more and more with your friends, and comment for any queries in the comment section below. Thank you friends. For all previous links, for all previous series, you might access the, you might find there all the links in the description. Thank you friends.